Hello, my name's Daryl. Welcome to this session that discusses Conditional Questionnaire Service Histories, which is available in Release 26.4 in the Oracle Utilities Work and Asset Cloud Service. In this session, we'll talk about this new feature and how it can impact your business. I will give you an overview of Conditional Questionnaire Service Histories, followed by more detail to explain how you would use it and the benefits to your business. Then we'll walk through a demonstration. Finally, we'll explain what you need to consider when implementing this product in your business and provide you with some additional resources. Conditional Questionnaire Service Histories introduces logic into the service history creation process. The user doesn't need to answer all questions and could need to answer some more detailed questions, depending on the answer to less detailed questions. This will better support forms in OFFS. Now let's take a look at the Conditional Questionnaire Service History in the application. Let's take a look at a conditional service history. We'll look at the service history type first, just to see the configuration. We'll look at one that I've already configured, and that would be a hydrant conditional service history. And I'll show you what the edit would look like. So you would list all of the questions, conditional or not, in the question column. The sequence for the ones that wind up being conditional doesn't really matter. So all questions listed. And if you have a conditional question, like this one, it's the hydrant leak when it's fully charged. So if you said yes to that question, and yes would come from the answer. So if you selected yes, then you want a conditional question, is it leaking? And that question came from here. So you wouldn't see that question unless you answered yes. And I also, by the way, have made that, scroll to the bottom, I have made the answer to this question required. So I haven't made this question required. I would put it yes there, but I've made the answer to the conditional question required. Similarly, if you ask the question, does the hydrant drain? If you said no, the hydrant does not drain, then you ask the question, was it pumped out? And that question is required. So that's a configuration that I've added to this conditional service history type. There's a couple more here at the bottom. Is the valve broken? If it was broken, is it secured? Yes, required. So you can make it as many of them conditional as you want. The little gotcha here is I have to list all the questions first because this answer gets selected from here. So I list all the questions, save, and then decide if any of them are actually conditional versus straightforward questions. Now that we've looked at the service history type, let's go and create a service history of that type. So we'll go and find an asset. And the asset type is going to be hydrant. So there's my hydrant that I'm inspecting. And there's the service history type we just looked at. And let's go straight to the answers. So the date and time is going to default for us. Is it operational? Yes. Is the valve operational? Yes. Then we come to our conditional. Fully charged, does the hydrant leak? Notice the next question right now is, does the hydrant drain? But when I answer this one, up pops the conditional question. Sound the hydrant. Is the hydrant leaking? Yes. Similarly, does the hydrant drain with the next one talking about operating nuts? If I said, does the hydrant drain, and I say no, up pops a conditional question. Was it pumped out? Yes. And so on. So the conditional question only shows up if you answer the original question appropriately. Like if I said the hydrant does drain, you'll notice the conditional question goes away. And that's all there is to it. Note the difference between the two screenshots. The one on the left has the answers as to not require answers to additional questions. The one on the right as the answers that do require answers to additional questions. Those additional questions were not present until the conditional answer was selected. In this implementation advice section, we will go through what you need to consider before enabling this feature in your business and what you need to know to set it up. You will likely already have questionnaire service history types made up with a list of questions. If not, create a questionnaire service history type with the list of all the questions. When the question has a conditional answer, select that value in the answer field, and then select the follow-up question from the questions list. Indicate required answers as appropriate. For additional information about conditional questionnaire service histories and the functionality, see the Work and Asset Cloud Service documentation on Oracle Help Center, which is available at docs.oracle.com. The current content of the training available within the Oracle Utilities WAM and WAX certification learning path that you can access on Oracle University at education.oracle.com does not cover this content. That training is based on a prior release. This concludes this presentation. Thank you for watching.